guys, tricks of the trade, how to tackle a butt joint on a vertical. First thing you want to do, you're going to get a water and a brush, and we're going to take care of all these lines that we created when we were first putting the mud. Notice? Once that's done, then we're going to take the knife, and you want to hold your knife like this. You put your thumb here and your four fingers in the back. See it? And then we're going to go across and scratch off that lip. Call it a lip. There's another lip. Scratch it off. And anything that's standing out, there you go. Once you got that going, there you go. Now we're ready. Now we're going to take the mud, and then we're going to use, in this case, we're going to use a 10, although you could use a 12. I'm going to show you a trick with the 10. This is how you use and load you'll fill the pan, and you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna come from the side. You see that? From the side. It's like it's gliding in. Once it does that, you kind of like pull away, and then you cut it off like this. You saw that? Then you turn around. This is really important. Your thumb has to be here, and your finger is extended. Do you see that? Thumb and the finger extended. Now watch. And don't do this, please, that's too much. Just a little bit, enough, so that you can control the mud. Now you start from the top, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it on the middle, then we're gonna wipe down. Watch carefully. A little bit, put it on the middle, and now I'm gonna do what is called feathering. Now feathering is when you see when the knife bends, and then when it bends, using the pressure from your thumb, you're going to create that crease. Notice what happens. You see how you're feathering? Now that's with the thumb on this side. Now watch with the finger on this side. Watch carefully. We're going to feather the other side as well. That's what we call feathering. Now watch this. Now I'm going to take out the excess. The way I do that is that I have to hold my knife open, not closed. If you do the close, you're just spreading it like peanut butter. It doesn't work. When it opens, when your knife is open, look what happens. You're now taking out the excess. Now, once that's done, I do the whole thing, and I start from the bottom. See what I do? And I put it right there in the middle. Now notice as I'm coming up, I'm building pressure. As you're closing your knife, and when I mean closing, it gets closer to the wall. If you do an open, you always extract it. And you don't want to do that. Keep that in mind. This is extracted. But did I feather? But you can learn how to do that real quickly. All I'm doing is putting a film of mud. That's it. So I'll do the whole thing. Build up the speed a little bit. Once I've done that, this is where the trick comes in. Notice carefully. You already know how to load the mud on your pan, from your pan. See? Now I'm going to come on one side. What we're going to do is we're going to, imagine there's an imaginary line in the middle. And I'm going to take this number 10, and I'm going to put mud on one side. Watch carefully what happens. Again, you're just repeating what you just first learned. Load it. Notice that I move away, my pan moves away, and it cuts. There's a reason for that, so that the mud doesn't start falling all over the place. Watch. See that? Now I'm coming this side. Now notice how I'm doing this. This is really important. Notice that now my thumb and my finger shift. They got closer. And the reason why we're doing that is because now you can have more control of the mud. You're spreading it. See, notice the fingers. And you're spreading it, and you're trying to stay, creating an imaginary line on the outside. Now watch carefully. When you're applying the mud onto the wall, you're going to put a film of mud. To leave the film of mud, this is really important now. See, I can keep coming up on top of what I already have existing. Now, notice that there's a film. You can see it. There's a film of mud in there. So we want to make sure that there's a good film. And notice what I'm doing. Always repeat. Do it again. Keep doing it until you see, there it is. And you see a whole film. Now you can go over the whole thing. You can get some on your arm. It doesn't matter. And then, very quietly, don't disturb the film of mud. You just want to spread it, trying to take out those bubbles that are in there. Now watch carefully. Now we're going to do the feathering again. Do not feather too much because then you end up taking all the mud from the field. We're staying at the edge. There you go. Now we're going to do the same in the middle. See that? Take out the excess. Now, if you notice where my fingers are, the thumb and the finger. I'm going on you see an angle? I'm creating an angle. As I'm coming down, my thumb and finger, the finger is taking over, is building a pressure very slightly. Do not do a whole series because then all the mud is going to fall on the floor. Now, when it comes to the bottom, you're always cleaning and pushing your mud around. This is a little trick that you have to learn eventually to master. Keep always moving your mud around. And once you've done that, watch when I feather. Again, the thumb and the finger. Now, this index finger shifts into the middle. It's no longer out there because now you have to apply a different type of pressure. Watch. Because I'm feathering. See that? Now watch this. Now comes another part. Now watch very carefully. I'm going to go on a slight angle. Holding your pan. Don't do this. Concentrate on keeping it level. And watch what I'm going to do. Very quietly. Feeling on a slight angle with a slight pressure. You're building pressure. And you're leaving that film. Continue to build that pressure. Do it going up, down. If you have to feather again, just get a feel. Now, this is what I call the backstroke, like you're doing. You guys know how to see that? That was a backstroke, and one coming down this way. Feather again. And what's happening here is that there was a hump there, and it's still there. So what I'm doing is I'm building and doing another flat on each side. So now I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to try to stay away from that imaginary line. Like a good 3 inches away from it. Watch carefully. Now we're going to address the hump. There's another hump here. The hump is there, but we're going to create another flat. And what it's going to do, it's going to eliminate eventually that hump that we have with several coats that I will be teaching you. So watch carefully. Go in the bottom. Keep applying. You see? You could do the other side if you want. It's up to you. And now you got enough film. Notice there's plenty of mud here, but not here because you can see almost a gray area. You got to make sure you put plenty of mud. There you go. And you kind of like spread it very lightly. And you want to leave a film in there. Now watch this. We're going to feather. There's the thumb. There's the finger. We're going to feather the top. Go across. Pick it up. Put it in the pan. Go back and forth. Clean your knife. Now watch this feather. Notice the thumb and the finger. The index finger is in the middle. And now watch when I feather. And I'm staying away from the other side. You notice that? There you go. Look at that. Now, with the thumb and the finger, notice the extension on the index finger is no longer in the middle. It's on the side. Watch. Feathering. A little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. We're going to do the bottom. There's the thumb and the finger. We're going to switch. And that that pressure that I put won't hurt your wrist. Now we're going to do what we did on the other side. Watch carefully. Notice, it's very important. Do not go straight. If you do that, it's going to create waves, something like this. If you start seeing that, it's because you're not putting enough pressure. So I'm going to feather real quick. See? So to avoid that, you got to press. It's a consistent pressure. Notice, but notice that the knife is on an angle. Watch. There you go. See that? And the thumb and the index finger spread out. No longer here. Always spread now. I refeather if I have to. Now watch. Thumb and the index finger on the tangent angle. Look at that. I have to feather. I use the whole part of the knife. You don't have to use the corner. You can go in the film. What's happening is you're not touching the feel. This knife is really above and it's not touching the feel. We call this the feel. Now we're going to do the same with the bottom, starting from the bottom. Go up very quietly. Do the backstroke. Watch carefully. If you see that there's a crevice in there, fill it up. It's not going to hurt you. Come back again. There's the backstroke. Leaving the film of mud. Do not open your knife. Keep it close to the wall, but applying constant pressure. Now we feather again. Very nice in here. Give it a good finish. Check. And now we're going to do that backstroke. And there you go. Keep going up, up, up. And that's what we're looking, the effect that we're trying to get. Clean up your area, feather, and that's how you play with that. You see that? I think you guys, there's more to go and more to do to continue spreading this until this hump that was once there is going to be eliminated. And when you get done doing all this, I want to see the progress of all the work that you guys are doing. I really appreciate it. You're going to learn a lot. By the time it's all said and done, I'm going to make a contract to that of you guys. This is best when husbands and wives get together or partners. It doesn't matter who it is. And guess what? You guys are going to make amazing discovery. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. When me and my wife, we used to do this together, we had fun. We look forward to going to work. I pray that you're going to have fun too. Thank you.